Good morning. Did we get TP'd? What's outside? Oh my gosh, that is snow. I looked out my window and I thought this was toilet paper. We got pranked, but oh my gosh, it snowed like a foot out here. This is pretty early in the season, but it did get pretty cold yesterday. All right, this is interesting. I don't know what the game plan is because the watermill is going to be closed if it's snowing out, and that means we have to open the snow plowing business, and we've got a beautiful sky to do just that. I think the only thing we got to do is head into town and first get a plow, because as you guys can see, everything's gonna get stuck and buried in here. Thankfully, we put the Ferrari in the garage, but check this out. This is some pretty crazy snow, and I'm assuming we're gonna get some calls if we open a new snowplow business, so I say we don't waste any time and go get that done. If you guys want to see us open this business today, hit the thumbs up button. We'll go build some crazy stuff, maybe buy some crazy equipment, but I want to turn this into a full business throughout the winter time. It's getting cold out. It's gonna snow a lot more. They're expecting lots of snow this winter. I'm not sure why, but there's some sort of forecast for that. So if you guys want to see me make a series out of this, help me out and hit the thumbs up button. But we're close to town. I'll see you guys there. We're gonna grab a piece of land and then we'll build on it, but we do need to plow it, so I'll meet you there once I get a plow. All right, well, I didn't have a plow mount on the other truck, so we bought a plow truck to go along with it. We'll be able to test out our new Western Wideout XL plow. So this will be kind of a warm-up before we buy all the equipment today. I think we're going to get into it with all the ATVs and everything, but this plow, oh my gosh, we just picked up that whole pile. This is going to be a lot of snow, but let's go find our lot. We're going to leave our pickup here, and we'll bring back later, but yeah, let's go find a place for the shop. We need somewhere to store everything. These cars are getting stuck. Some of them have four-wheel drive, some of them don't, and they don't leave their house today. So we want to make it accessible. Maybe I'll get some giant commercial trucks. I'm not sure if the city has much infrastructure for that, so we'll have to see. Anyhow, let's go over to our lot. We're going to go ahead and plow it and then place down our new shop. So see you guys when we get there. All right, conveniently, we're right on the corner right here. So see this patch of land? We've got to plow it. I think it's a little bit of dirt and grass, so we just got to get the base layer of snow off, and then we can place down our entire house. So let's plow this out of the way. Oh my gosh, look at the snow pile. This is going to be an insane winter, and if we have the job today, it's gonna be pretty tricky, but this plow should get the job done. There we go. That should be good enough a distance. We'll get about 3 passes. This might be more than a foot of snow. This might be record for this early in the season, but hey, it's definitely fun. You'll be able to test out the equipment pretty good. We should probably angle it to the left side, that way we can push it out of the way, or we're just gonna keep making a larger pile. So also check this out. This thing's got the extenders on it, so we can make it a little bit longer. Let's check out the other side. There we go. This might allow us to have a little bit larger of a pile. There we go. Oh my gosh. Here we go. We're building Mount Everest. Oh my. I've never seen anything like this before, but it's gonna be a crazy winter, like I said. So as soon as I get this cleaned up, guys, we'll check out the new shop, and then we can officially start buying some equipment for this place. All right, guys, we've got this shop ready to place down. So we went with a white exterior, gray doors, and then we got nice black trimming around all the windows and everything. There's a nice office space, so should work pretty good for what we need. It's an 81 by 120, so we'll definitely have enough space. Let's go ahead and place this thing down right about there. Looks good to me. So we've got plenty of space in the front, and we've also got space on the side. So now I want to do is kind of separate it from the road and everything else. I do like some trees, so I think we're going to add in some trees around the property. Not too big of ones because we don't want to block the sun or anything. That'll melt our parking lot nicely, so we don't want to ruin that. Maybe let's place a few of these big ones around here, and that looks pretty good. Just kind of in the front, one right on the side there, and then next up we're going to go in for our fence. So we need a little bit of some gating. We have some expensive equipment here, so I think we're going to match the city fence, and we're going to go straight to our property with a gate. So let's see what we can do for that. All right, so here's what we got. So we've got a nice rolling gate. It's pretty good size. What we're going to do for this is this side of the parking lot is going to be gated. Oh, check this out. You can actually do a rolling gate. Wait, that's going to work out even better. Okay, let's get rid of this one. We're going to place this down right there, and then we're going to switch over to our fence, and we're going to connect it up to the city fence. That works out good. Lines up perfectly. And then, so that'll be our entrance, and then this is going to go straight to the side of the building like that, and then this will be open, but that's fine. The door will be secured, and then we're going to have this go from the side of the building with a little bit of a smaller gate, so like this, and then we're going to use this back parking lot area for like plow storage, trailer storage, everything else. So that actually looks perfect. Maybe we'll add in some lights too. So we like these lights. They work really good at night if we ever have to get up early or whatever else. So we got one there, and then let's put one in the front parking lot on this end, right kind of hidden in the trees. We're works good there. Perfect. All right, so now we have a fully gated snowplow shop, of course. We need to check that out, but this is a pretty good sized gate. I think we might even be able to get, you guys know the giant boss box plow for the wheel loader? We're gonna be able to maybe fit that thing through here with a semi, so that'll work out nice. And then we've got over here, if we need to access without going through the gate, we have a man door on the side. We can kind of park right here. Maybe we put in a little parking spot. That'd be nice. Let's go check out the shop. So fire up the lights. Let's see, switches over. Here it is. There's half the lights, and then we need to find the other one. Ah, there we go. Yeah, so you guys have seen a familiar shop to this. Pretty nice. And then we've got our office space. Workbench is here. Our office space is here. This is nice. We can put up all of our job listings. We've got a computer for managing all that, and a pretty nice view. Look at that. A nice countryside. Upstairs, we do have storage. We have put plows up there in the past years, but this works out good because it's got a little spot right here if you want to put a plow. I wish we put in an elevator, but that way we got part storage. So, you know, we always have stuff break. So we got PTOs and pretty much everything we need for when we buy this equipment. And we do have a restroom too, so that's nice to have on site. Pretty good size. Hot water tank there. Let's go ahead. We're going to get this door opened up, and then we're going to head into the office, and I think we're going to build out a few of our first vehicles. And then that'll be a good start. Maybe we'll go get our first job done. But let's start by building out some stuff other than just one truck, because this is going to be a commercial sized company. We're going to need more than just a pickup truck and a plow. And hopefully we hire some new employees here soon. But all right, let's jump into the computer and see what's for sale for this year's snow plowing season. Well, I told you guys we're going to need a wheel loader. So we're going to get this Volvo. This is the L180H. So this is a new model for us. We had the smaller brother, the L120 last year. So this is an upgrade. I think it's got more power, and let's see, we're gonna add in all the safety frame beacons, everything we need. So we'll add dual beacon light. What do we got for that? Okay, we can add side one. I like the side. And here's our new Volvo. So we're gonna buy one of these. They're 300K. We do have a pretty big budget this year, so this is going to pair along with the giant boss box plows. This is for the wheel loader. Look at that, 16 grand for this. Not bad for this year's pricing, but it hooks up to the front. You can plow almost the entire road. This isn't a road plow though. This is more for big parking lots, commercial size like Walmarts and other stuff. We do have one large job that we might use this for, but we might honestly expand to more cities. So this will be good to have for the wintertime. Next up, we need a semi truck to pull it. So what we're going to get for this year's truck is I've really been liking the Kenworth T610 SAR. So this is going to have a pretty good engine package, and then the wheels, we can't really make any more traction on those, but obviously we're not going to be driving this thing straight onto the snow. It's got these pretty cool antennas that go on the front. We're going to add a visor upgrade like that. Visor 1 looks good, and then stack upgrade. Check this out. There we go. Straight stacks. Skins. If we have a snowplow wrap, that'd be pretty sweet. I don't think we have any yet, but let's see if we can change it to color we like. Let's see. The theme for this shop is going to be, let's go all blacked out on this thing. All right. This will be our massive semi. It's got pretty good traction on the rear wheels too. Those aren't terrible. So if we do have to upgrade them, we can. Okay. So we're going to get a trailer for this. And then we're also going to build out one more variation of snowplow stuff, which will be our skid steers with the box plow or the plow itself. So let's go build those out next. And then we're going to drive everything back and test it out. All right. This year's skid steer is going to be the Bobcat 863s. So these are a little bit different than last year's. We had the Caterpillars, I'm pretty sure. We had this model, and you can obviously add in some pretty crazy block tracks. As you can see, there's snow tracks too. They work good in the snow. However, these tracks look just as good. They work just as good. And then check this out. If we want to add in the dual tires, we've got these chains that go around it. It's pretty interesting. I've never seen it before. I don't think we're going to need the crawler tracks though. I do just want to have the snow tracks. So we'll add a safety beacon, beacon light. We have always two in case one fails. We can tint the windows on this thing, and then we're going to buy 3 of them. They're 50 grand about just a piece. So there's 3, and let's go find some plows for these things. All right, so we can do the mini skid loader. We can add a 12, 10, and 8. I usually like to go with the 8 because it's kind of a sidewalk approved small business. So we're going to get 2 of those, and then I do have a plow. I think this should fit it. That's not the right one. Here, skid steer. Marker plows, we'll add those in. Let's see, what blade do we want? We don't need an 8.9. We'll probably do a 7.2. That's good. Support skids, that's probably on the bottom. That's if we need to set this thing down. Okay, looks good. For the color, we're just going to leave it like so. All right, we got ourselves a couple different variations. Let's go pick this stuff up. For starters, we've got the Volvo. This thing is pretty big inside. Look at the different technology we've got too. So we got a radio. That's going to be nice. We'll be able to jam out when we're snowplowing parking lots. So, all right, we got this. This is our trailer to go along with it. It is a dual axle. Should fit the wheel loader loader pretty smooth. It does actually have side fold outs. The plow is going to be delivered separately, so I'll show you how we do that. I think while we're in a big parking lot, we should test this thing out. I told them since they gave us a good deal on this equipment, we'll try and get some of the work done in their parking lot. Look at this thing go, boys. Oh my gosh. This is why we like the box plow. It pushes some pretty epic piles. Now the thing is it can get caught up a little bit because it doesn't have direction to push the snow. So you're kind of just pushing it until you make Mount Everest, and then you got to go back and push it from the side. So I'll show you. So there you go. There's Mount Everest part 1, and now check this out. You have to back up, go around the side here, and then you can move the giant pile just like so all the way across the parking lot. It just takes a little bit of work. Look at that. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. And there you go, up against the building. We almost buried our new snow plows right there. Probably shouldn't do that, but here we go. We're gonna push this back to the train tracks back there. All right, here's the optimal height. I think I found it. Wait, is that the road? Okay, we're gonna have to go back past the tracks. There we go. All right, let's see how this thing does. Here we go, boys. Oh my gosh, this is an insane amount of snow. Okay, that's the back of the lot, so we'll just kind of re-center ourselves, and then we'll stop at that point right there. Oh, imagine sledding down this thing. We could probably make it taller too. We could probably go over the height of the wheel loader. That's crazy. All right, I didn't tell them I'd do the whole parking lot, just a little bit. We need to clear out a path to the front road, and then we'll load this stuff up and head back to the new shop. There we go. Oh, once you get some speed, this thing's a beast. Oh my gosh, did you see how much snow that was just pushing? Jeez. All right, so here's the game plan. We're going to load the boss plow onto its trailer, and I think we're going to drive the wheel loader back. Makes the most sense because it's a lot of work to strap that thing down to go down the road. So here we go. I love the lights on this Kenworth too. That might have been the selling factor for me, but it does look good. Also comes with the beacons on top, so it's good for safety. All right, we got ourselves our trailer. So this one's pretty easy to use. What we're going to do is honestly just keep it straight. We're going to load it on just in this position, and then we'll be able to drive out. So let's see how this thing fits. They said it should be perfect. Might have to set it on the back part of the trailer, but here we go. Line it up good. There we are. It's about the full length. I mean, this is insane. I think it's 40 feet long in total, so pretty good size. Let's go ahead and drop it. Looks good, and then we'll strap it down right there, and then probably somewhere in this side. All right, perfect. That thing's not going anywhere, and then we can drive this wheel loader back. Not have to worry about taking out cars on the road because you can obviously not drive with that thing. Yeah, I think it might be a larger width than the road, but here we go. We cleaned up the front entrance. You take a right and then a left. We've got plenty of tread on these wheels too. There's still people driving out here. That's actually pretty crazy. Look at them. It's up to the top of their wheels almost. All right, I'm gonna get the wheel loader back, and then I think we're gonna just transport everything on over, see what it looks like. Obviously we're gonna test out the skid steers when we get back, but that's kind of for some smaller stuff, not that big parking lot. And we actually have a house across the street we can try it on. We asked the neighbor earlier and they approved it. So I'll see you guys when we're everything back at the shop, and then we'll test out the skid steers, which is only half of the equipment we still have only bought. We still have to buy so much more in next episode, so make sure you look out for that. But all right, let's go ahead and get this thing parked up. I'll see you guys when we're ready to test out those skid steers. Okay, we got the Bobcats here, and I do have to say they look really good at the snowplow shop. We usually, like I said, have Caterpillars, but the Bobcats are just known for being commercial snowplowing skid steers. So yeah, happy to have the best equipment here this year. What we're gonna do is we're gonna jump in the one with the box boss plow and look at the interior on this thing. We obviously have the cage on this. We just have to be careful. Doesn't have it on the front, but the sides come standard. We've got air and heat. We've got lighting, fuel gauges. We do have a radio, I think, in this somewhere. I thought there was a radio. Maybe not, but we're gonna have one installed. We got a digital RPM and mile per hour display, and then this one is passcode operated, so you don't need a key. All you do is you enter the passcode, you can start it. So it's pretty nice. I do like these Bobcats. Now, what I did say is that across the street, we have this property that we can plow. It's the bakery, which is honestly sad because I'm gonna be here every single day buying a donut or something from the bakery for breakfast. So honestly, it works out good and bad at the same time. We just gotta clear out the snow from the front entrance. There's real no parking lot until the side. That is a city lot, so we just need to get this part right here. What I do for this is I just kind of push the snow to either direction I can to clear out a nice walkway path to the front entrance. And I do have to say this box plow fits pretty good in here. If we had a plow, it'd probably work even better. All right, let's spin around one more time. They've got daily fresh bread. Very nice. Make sure we can see the sign too. Look at that. The sign's about covered by snow. So we'll clear this out of the way. There we go. Looks great. And there we are. We're done. That was very simple. That was one of the easiest jobs we'll probably ever have. We didn't do the parking lot, but I think we're going to come back tomorrow, maybe get some more trucks. And we do have a little surprise of vehicles we're going to be bringing. Something completely different than all the vehicles you see here. So it's going to be exciting. Guys, thank you for watching the build on this new snow plowing headquarters. If you want to see us come back, please help me out by hitting the thumbs up button. And remember, subscribe. So when we do come back with those secret vehicles, you aren't missing out. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.